If you're watching this video and you're an American male, there's a good chance that you're a little overweight. It's just the facts. Maybe not morbidly obese where it's a health crisis, but in that range where maybe 15 to 30 pounds of extra stubborn body fat, you know you don't look your best, you don't feel your best. Most guys, they hold their weight around their gut. And that's where I was in 2018. I was about 20 pounds heavier. I was substantially weaker. I didn't feel that great. I didn't look good with my shirt off. At least I wasn't happy with how I looked. And thankfully, due to the insight and the experience of some of the guys in my life who guided me and recommended certain things, I found an incredibly powerful winning combination of 3 techniques or strategies and then 3 hacks or tricks within those strategies that helped me lose 20 pounds in a 1-year period and go from benching, as an example, 175 pounds 6 to 8 times per set to benching 235 pounds 6 times. And that was a huge goal for me, and that was a huge feeling of satisfaction when I got there. I liked how I looked, I liked how I felt, I carried myself differently, and I want to share with you those 3 tricks that worked for me, and I really believe for most of you in that 15 to 30 pound range who want to lose those stubborn pounds, I think it's going to work for you as well. So I feel obligated to give a little bit of a prologue. I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian or an expert. I'm not a fitness instructor. I'm not a medical expert by any means. So take this with a grain of salt. This is just what worked for me, right? Number 1, we know that it's common knowledge and it's scientifically proven that to build muscle, you need to lift weights, right? You need to lift heavy things and put them down. The hard part is, how do you develop a fitness plan that works? How do you find the time to go to the gym? I have a full-time job. I have a wife and a baby. I can't go to the gym every day and spend hours there. Maybe you can. But for me, as a beginner, it was very easy to find this trick, this hack to weightlifting. 3 times a week, doing full body workouts using compound movements, these big macro exercises. Think bench pressing, maybe squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, things that engage numerous muscle groups. And if you're a beginner, like I was and still am to a great extent, you're going to make massive gains and lose a lot of weight and build a lot of muscle just doing these simple but heavy exercises. I'm talking heavy weight, 4 to 6 reps that you could safely do per set. Now, that's going to eliminate your need to have these really complex workout regimes, and you're going to have more time to do your day-to-day activities. 3 times a week, full body workouts, compound movements. Number 2, eating enough protein. There are different ideas about how much protein you need, but either way, it's scientifically verifiable that you need to eat a good amount of protein to feed your muscle if you're lifting weights, right? I mean, some people say you need more than 1 gram per protein for every pound of body weight. That's a lot. When I was 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein is a lot. That messed with my digestion. I found that 0.75 grams per every pound of body weight, that was my happy zone. 150 grams of protein was tolerable. But even with that, I needed to find or hone in on a hack or a trick that made that more attainable. Because you're always chasing those last few macros of protein by the end of the day. So I make 1 large meal a day, almost every day. 1 large meal is boneless, skinless, grilled or baked or barbecued chicken breast. 1 pound of chicken breast is about 100 grams of protein, right? Give or take. Very low fat. So you eat that in whatever form you want. Throw it on a salad, throw it in a taco, but you're getting almost 75% of all your protein for the day in 1 big meal. The rest of your meals can be more moderately sized, or you can kind of work in your other macros, maybe have some more carbs later on in the day. But that's a great hack for me to not feel like I'm always chasing those last 50 grams of protein and having to chug a protein shake at the end of the day. Number 3, and this to me is the most powerful, the most exciting one. Caloric deficit is really the only scientifically proven way to lose fat. To burn fat, you have to eat less calories than you burn. That's pretty well established. Whether you do it with an all-plant diet or you do it with a high-carb diet, no-carb diet, keto, whatever it is, you need to eat in a caloric deficit. That is also hard to do, especially if you're somebody like me who loves food. I love to eat. And I come from a family that really loves food. So the hack or the trick that I stumbled upon was intermittent fasting, IF or IMF. you could still eat big, satisfying meals instead of grazing all throughout the day like a cow in the field, just eating a little bit here and there. That never felt right to me. I never felt satisfied. I always felt hungry. And also, I mean, to be honest, we are not cows. We are men. We're the apex predator. We are at the top of the food chain. I think, and it's just my personal opinion, we evolved to be at our best when we are hungry for long periods of time. We hunt, we prowl, we kill, and then we gorge ourselves on that meat. That might be a little bit arcane or archaic for you guys, but that felt intuitively right to me. And there's plenty of resources. I'm going to link them all below for any of these subjects. There's plenty of resources on IF. I just want to tell you basically what it is. You just shorten the window that you eat. You go from eating all day, all of your waking hours, to maybe skipping breakfast, perhaps skipping your late night snacking, have coffee in the morning. You're going to feel great in this fasted state because you're going to go 12, 13, maybe 15, 16 hours not eating. I tend to eat from like 12 to 6 or 12 to 8. That's my eating window. 12 noon, and I feel great when I'm fasted in the morning. I have energy, I have mental clarity, I have a rush of adrenaline. If I work out on that, I get this pump that's just addicting. So try it. If you want to lose weight, try to lift heavy weights, try to eat more protein, try to reduce your calories by intermittent fasting, and tell me in 3 or 4 months, tell me you don't feel better, you don't look better, and you're not getting addicted to that morning fasted feeling of like walking into your office like you're a lion, like you are that apex predator. You're not a cow, you're a wolf, you're a lion. So give it a shot, guys, and let me know how it works.